Well, and here we are again. Or here I am again, and here you are again. So I guess here we are again. So today, the very first Saturday Night Sunday live event. Now, I've talked before about wanting to create something that was like a exclusive thank you for becoming part of like the fourth wall community, because I know it's very easy to promote, say, Twitch or YouTube, but those are all splintered. And I'm trying to, one of the things I'm trying to do with QSMB is trying to kind of have a centralized location where people can talk about, well, hopefully, eventually, whatever. I personally will not start up a Discord because I could never run it, and I'm too old for Discord. So, if I'm trying to get people into kind of one area, and I'm not going to, tell people not to support on YouTube or Twitch if that's easy for them, but I would like people to at least sign up for free on Fourth Wall. And eventually, sure, I'll make tiers on Fourth Wall where you can pay, and there'll be stuff. But why should you, the consumer, why should you, the fan, why should you, the human being, go all the way to a different site, sign up, get the registration email, blah, 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 just for little old me? I'm no name, and, I'm trying to just get off the ground with all this weird niche art to begin with, and now I'm asking you to go sign up at a place that most people don't even know exists. Well, one of the ways is by obviously enticing people with free stuff. And it also gives me, because I don't want this just to be a capitalist type thing, but I am trying to make this some sort of living for me. So I'm trying to give as many ideas and help as I possibly can. So it allows me creatively, to make, to paint something new. And so I thought, with the thumbnails for Wrestling a la Mode, as you can see, they're all generated from the video game. But I thought for like the live show, it would be cool to have like a hand painted. And so that's what I'm doing here. Ken Patera versus Ronald McDonald. Now, the reason why probably going forward you're going to see a lot of the Saturday Night Sundays main events be not really applicable to the week-to-week show, but something that's artificially created, is because then I can work on it ahead of time, right? Like I try and work on everything ahead so that I'm not scrambling to catch up. And so if I left the Saturday Night Sunday to see what would happen over the course of the weeks that I was recording them, I might run out of time. But if I know ahead of time, like I know what the next 2 to 4 Saturday Night Sunday main events are going to be, so I can start working on those posters. And so that's the reason. And then I think that's a cool, just little souvenir. You came out to the live event. You signed up for a free Fourth Wall. Here you go. Here's a free digital print. yeah, so I mean, there's no real thinking behind it, but besides that, um, it just allows me another opportunity to paint. Just allows me another opportunity to be creative, and that's really what all this is about. I can use capitalistic excuses all the day long, but one of the main things is just, does it allow me to be creative? Does it allow me to do something creative? And yeah, it did. So again, this is the last painting so far, he said hesitantly, that I've used Krita for. There's nothing wrong with this painting. You know, again, I'm an artist, I'm fussy, I don't think anything I do is, you know, top tier, blah, 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 blah. Let's get all that out of the way. But I do like this one. I was incorporating, you know, kind of different hues into it. I wasn't just sticking to the art, the color palette that I created. I think it looks, you know, a lot better. When I did finish it, I did take a look at it and I went, it's been, I don't know how many paintings now, and I haven't seen any kind of improvement. And I talked about this during the Wrestling with My Life crowd background one, but I made the choice for the next painting to jump back to Photoshop, to use the soft brushes that I had been using, but now mix them with more. I hadn't really used hard brushes because I just wasn't confident enough in what I was doing. And that's why I jumped to Krita, because I wanted harsh, textured paint lines. And that's what I was getting. But I didn't feel like I was moving forward any more with this. And, you know, again, a lot of this is, you know, like I don't have art classes, that sort of thing to go to. So I'm, you know, it's all learning by myself. So I'm just jumping back and forth to try and shake things up and to learn different techniques and that sort of thing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to jump back to Krita anytime soon. I might for some portrait studies and that sort of thing. But the next painting will be different because it'll be jumped to back to Photoshop. And I think that's, you know, you got to keep challenging yourself. You got to keep mixing things up. And hopefully you've seen that a lot in these, what I'm trying to be saying in these paintings is, you know, you got to do what scares you. And it's not to say that this painting scared me, so it's like the closest thing to my authentic self that I needed to get done. But, you know, if somebody is going to come, take the time to watch out of their lives to come watch the live show and to sign up to go to a different site and sign up, you know, which is a lot more work than it seems, you know, I want to give them a gift, and this has to be a good enough gift. So yeah, it is a bit scary in that way, but as with a lot in QSMB, it's just what drives me, what makes me want to push myself creatively. And so, you know, making this commitment for now, I don't see so far into the future that I know where Saturday Night Sunday and Wrestling a la Mode is going to be in like a year from now or whatever, but for now this is what I'm doing. And you know, it's a commitment, and it's a good kind of scary opportunity to be creative. And so, and with something weird too, you know, again, nobody's really clamoring for a digital print of Ken Patera and Ronald McDonald. It's, you know, at the very least, it's a conversation piece where you're going to have to, you know, explain to someone. But yeah, that's the fun of QSMB, really. And that should be the fun of what you're doing too, is just pushing the boundaries and just trying new and weird things and having fun with it. So Thank you, Patera. Thank you, McDonald, for your service.